It's been two really close games with Drexel and Delaware, who are really good teams. And, I feel like our kids are competing, playing hard, but we got to be a little bit smarter. Today we got out-rebounded terribly, and we turned the ball over 17 times. And we really didn't get pressed, so it's not like us, but hats off to Delaware. They just got off of COVID. They came here, had one practice, and played really hard. But there's a reason that they've won championships and are picked number one. But we just got to keep on digging and keep getting better. And, now we go on the road, which some reason we love the road, with Elon and William & Mary. And, we just got to come out with the W. It's kind of like, we won we didn't win the game, but it just felt like we can't keep getting moral victories. It has to be where we come up with the W. And, our kids are suffering right now. But, it's just a matter of let's get it done and let's keep fighting. It's a long season. There's plenty of games left to play.
Coach Zoe McCreary, a career high in rebounds. Can you talk a little bit about her presence coming off the bench in this game and how that helped you out with Aaron Edey getting into early foul trouble?
Yeah, Zoe has been stepping up and getting better, but we need a little bit more out of her, which she knows. And, she's tall, she has that height. And it's really just every time we've had a breakdown, somebody scored. But, Zoe's doing her best she can do, and she has improved, and she'll continue to improve. And, we would like to have Aaron in there, and we'd like to have Jenna in there. But, when you look at the situation where we had two of our best players foul out. But, so Tyler Collins had a lot, on her shoulders. But, they got to stay on the court for us, and we got to use, like, Zoe for, 10 minutes to give Aaron blows. It's just we played our sub too long, but it just happened to be the situation. And at least she didn't get scared and she played hard. And I think that kid did her best job she could do.
We haven't really gotten a chance to talk about Annika McGarity this season in one of these settings. The sophomores really turned it on here this year as a sophomore. She had 17 points today, 5 shots from behind the arc, some big threes late. Can you talk a little bit about how she's improved from her freshman to sophomore season?
I think it's just day and night with Annika. She got stronger, she defended better, and she got confidence in her shot. Where coming into our conference play, she was shooting 78% from three-point line, which was unbelievable. So now when she goes out in that court, they know where she is, and they're trying to deny her the ball, and she has to work a lot harder to get her shot up. But, she has a sweet shot. She can shoot it from anywhere, and, we know that she's going to do great things, and she's still just a baby because I don't think we really can count, last year's season as minutes under their belt.
Coach, you mentioned in your recap there that these are two of the last two games are two of the best teams in the conference, arguably picked to finish first in the preseason polls.
Yep.
Do you take a moral victory out of staying in the contest, or is it just, as you mentioned, just heartbreak for the kids because they didn't get the victories?
Well, I think that we got to get back off the moral victories. We got to win. So, no, I don't take it as that.
You mentioned on the road coming up. Have you had a chance to glance at anything about those two teams you have coming up?
We really, obviously we've done our scout on them, but we really were concentrated on Drexel and Delaware, and it's such a bang-bang. We're Friday, Sunday that, now starting tomorrow and Monday, Tuesday, we'll get ready to get Elon, and that's really where we'll push the most. And then on the road, we'll have a day to prepare for William & Mary, and it's just the way it is in our conference. But, it's going to decide if our kids want to bounce back from this and if they really want to start competing in practice. You can see we have 7, 8 kids that, okay, they're going to go in and do something. But there's a lot of talent on that bench still. We just didn't really dive down to it yet, but we need our bench players to compete against our starters in practice and prove that they deserve minutes. And then when we get put them in there, we won't have this drop-off anymore, because that's the reason why we went out and, had this recruiting class. But, they're still babies. You look at Grace as a freshman, and we have Bria, and we want to get her some minutes too, which, all 3 of our freshmen are ranked 250 in the nation. So they can play, but they just haven't made the jump yet from high school to college to say what it's going to take, night in and night out. But, I just think that we just need to get that bench going and get our kids to step up. And we keep having kids where somebody of our starting lineup, 3 will play great and 2 will just kind of just have an average or below average game. And it's going to be our consistency that we get these kids to start playing hard and showing up, that we can get a big lead and then dial down to our bench and get those kids some confidence, which will happen. And, it's only the beginning of January. So, we're looking to see what we can do in March, but we know that this is going to get us prepared for that.
Thanks for the time, Coach.
And I don't know if I even answered your question.